I'm Bob Ross, and I'd like to welcome you to this, our 9th Joy of Painting series. If this is your first time with us, I hope you drag up your paints and a big easel and you come and paint with us. If you've been with us before, welcome back. I'm certainly glad to see you again. So I tell you what, let's have them run all the colors across the screen that you need to do this painting with me. And they'll come across in exactly the same order as I have them on the palette, starting with a titanium white and working around. While they're doing that, let's go on up here and get started. Let me tell you what's happened already. I have an 18 by 24 inch canvas up here, and we've already covered it with a nice thin even coat of the liquid white. The liquid white makes the canvas wet, makes it slick. It allows us to actually blend color right here on the canvas instead of working ourselves to death on the palette. So let's get started. We'll do a happy little painting. I thought today, tell you what, let's do a beautiful little winter scene that has a lot of warm colors in it. I think you'll really like it. I'm going to take off today with a little bit of yellow ochre, and into that a touch of bright red. And all you need is just a small amount of the red. It's very, very strong, very strong. Okay, let me clean my knife. We'll use a 2-inch brush. I'm going to go right into this and just tap it, very gently tap it, just to get a little color on here. Let's go right back up here. Maybe we'll have a happy little sun in this painting, so decide basically where you want the sun to be, and I'm going to have mine right up here. And we'll start off, and we'll just make some little crisscross strokes, just like so. Just sort of blend it out to about like that. Just little crisscross strokes, like so. There you go. Now maybe add just the smallest amount of red. I want it to be a little bit brighter out here on the edges. We want this to be a very warm little winter scene, happy little scene. Sometimes winter scenes, they can become so cold they're uncomfortable to look at. So we'll put a little warmth in this one. Just like that. Okay, now I'm going to wash the brush. Now we wash our brushes with odorless paint thinner, and I really recommend you use odorless thinner or you're going to be working by yourself. Shake the brush off, then that's the fun part of this technique. All right, I'm going to go right into some phthalo blue. We'll just tap the old 2-inch brush right in there, reach right over here and grab a little bit of the midnight black. So we have black and blue. Just mix them together on the brush. Let's go right back up here. Now start from the outside because I want it to be darker out here than it is up close to where the sun's going to be. And we're still using little crisscross strokes. And just begin working that right up to the color. There. Oh, it's a pretty little sky already. A little more color. Just blue and black. Blue and black. And bring it right on around. So we have sort of a vignette. Now, while we have that color in the brush, I want to have some snow down here. And in the snow, we want some shadows. So while we have this blue and black, I'm just going to come right across here and just lay in a little touch of color. Boy, and already we have a painting ready for the Museum of Modern Art. There we are. We can stop there. Okay. I'm going to get a clean, dry 2-inch brush. I have several of them here, so I don't have to wash them all the time. And right here where these two colors come together, I want to blend this so it's very soft and very gentle. There we go. And be brave. Just get in here and do it. See? Just blend those edges right out. So you can't tell where one color stops and the next one starts. Just like so. And then blend outward. As your brush gets dirty, then go into the darker colors. You don't want to take a dirty brush and go into your light colors, or you'll be an instant mud mixer, and then you'll be mad at me. And painting should make you happy. We stress that over and over. It really should make you happy. Should make you feel good. There. Now, I'll wash this brush. Shake off the excess thinner. And just beat the devil out of it. Okay, we said there was going to be a sun in here. So let's use a finger. We'll finger paint today. I'm just going to tap the old finger right on there. Okay, let's go up here. decide where your sun's going to be, and just very firmly rub that right in there. Okay. And you can do this several times to get any degree of lightness that you want. There. Nice, bright little sun. Now then, if you tried just blending that, chances are it would smear on you. So take your knife and very gently just go zip. Had to make that little noise or it doesn't work. Now you can blend that. The value remains in the canvas. There we go. And we got a happy little sun. I'll tell you what, maybe there's a little cloud that's sort of floating across there. I'll take a little black and a little blue on the fan brush. We'll use the old fan brush. You don't want much color on there, just a little. Okay, let's go back up here. Now maybe this little cloud, he lives right up here. And he just sort of floats around in the sky, comes right across the sun there. There he comes. There he is. There he is. And this is your little cloud. So wherever you want him, that's where he should be. Wherever. Clouds are one of the freest things in nature. They just sort of float around the sky and have a good time. There we go. Now, with a clean, dry brush, and this is 3 hairs and some air, very lightly. Very lightly. Just blend this together. Isn't that fantastic? And that easy. You have a very nice, warm little sky. All right. Now, you know, I lived in Alaska for over a dozen years, and I'm sort of partial to mountains, so I think we'll put a happy little mountain in here. Now, if where you live, maybe you don't have mountains and you don't want a mountain in your painting, you can certainly leave it out. That's no problem at all. Okay, I'm taking some dark sienna and a little bit of the Van Dyke brown and just mixing them together. Okay, now pull it out very flat, and cut across it. So you have that little roll of paint on the knife. It's most important. And this knife has a straight edge, so it's very easy to load. Okay, let's go right up here. Now decide where you want the mountain to be. Maybe we'll have a happy little mountain that lives right there. And our mountains are happy. We have happy little mountains. There we go. And I'm really pushing this color into the canvas. Try to push it right through the fabric. Get tough with it. Take a strong pill. This part of the mountain goes on very firm. And all we're looking for is this nice top edge up here. We could care less what's happening in here. All we're looking for is a nice edge. Okay, there we go. That gives us a basic shape to work with. And we'll just take a 2-inch brush, grab this, and pull it. Just pull it. See, this canvas is wet. Has the liquid white on it, so you can move color. And when you're painting mountains, if you've painted with me before, you've certainly heard me say this over and over. If you can see the entire mountain, the top of the mountain is always more distinct than the bottom of the mountain. So by pulling it down and allowing it to mix with the liquid white, that happens automatically. And I'm a lazy painter. I look for the easy way to do things. Okay, let's have some fun now. Let's go up here and we'll take a little bit of this blue and black. And to that I'm going to add a touch of white. Touch of white. Okay, that'll be our shadow color. And then we'll just use some titanium white here. We'll put a little bit of snow out on the mountain. Cut across and get that small roll of paint on the knife again. Very important. Let's go right up here. All right, let's just have a little light playing right through there. Now this is the most delicate touch imaginable. Pretend you're a whisper floating through here. It's very gentle, very light. Caress the canvas. It's so gentle. I get so many letters from painters all over the country saying, my snow doesn't want to break. And by break, I mean it has all those little holes in it. 99 times out of 100, the problem is that you're applying too much pressure or you're using a paint that's too soft, or a combination of both. The paint we use here is extremely firm, and there's no pressure. No pressure at all at this stage. When you're putting the base coat of the mountain on your you're really strong, you really push it in. But here, you just let it caress. Now, a little bit of shadow color, just here and there. But notice the angles. This is going in the opposing or opposite angles. And this is one of the simplest type of little mountains to make. It's very easy, and it works. It works so well. See here? Now, maybe we want to bring those together. And you can do it. You can do it that easy. That easy. Just make all kinds of happy little things. Little ridges. And if you're a skier, you want to put all those little places in so you can go and ski. Okay, that gives us a happy little mountain. Now we want to create some mist at the bottom of this mountain. So with a clean, dry 2-inch brush, I'm going to begin tapping, being very careful to follow the angles that are in that mountain. Very careful. Over here, we'll go in this direction. Then lift upward, still following those angles. That's most important. You can destroy your mountain here by changing the angles, and we don't want to do that. Look at that. That easy. We got a happy little mountain. Okay. Maybe we'll have a little footy hill back here. And for that, I'm going to take some black, a little touch of blue, and some white. So we have black, blue, and white. Maybe a little bit more of the white. I want to lighten that up a little bit. About like that. Good. Okay, let me clean my knife off. And we'll grab the fan brush. We'll do it with a fan brush today. Load it full. Just really load a lot of color in there. It's black, blue, and titanium white. Okay, let's go back up here. Decide where your little foothills live here. And just sort of touch and begin just painting in some happy little shapes. Now you have to sort of make big decisions. This is your world on this piece of canvas. And when you create your own world, you have to make those decisions. Where does these little footy hills live? They got bumps on them. They go up, down. Where are they? Where are they? Painting gives you tremendous amounts of power on this canvas, and you have to use it. Make decisions. Okay, now then, I want to create some mist at the bottom of these. So with a clean, dry 2-inch brush, tap. Just tap. Like so. See there? And that creates the illusion of mist. And then come back and lift upward. Very short little strokes, and it'll make it look like little trees way back in the distance. Far, far away. Now I'm going to take that same color, and we're going to add a touch of alizarin crimson to it. Load the brush the same way. Just going to add a little crimson so it has a slight purplish hue. Okay, let's go back up here. Maybe, yep, we're going to have another little row of foothills there. And you could put these on with a 1-inch brush or a 2-inch brush, whatever. I just had a dirty fan brush, so I thought I'd use it. Pull it down. Once again, I want to create that illusion of mist. So with a 2-inch brush, all we're doing is just tapping. Just tapping. And gently lift it upward. And then sometimes you like to play some games and maybe make it look like there's a little light playing through here. So I'll take just a little white on the brush and just barely touch right here. Just maybe there's a little light playing through here. Like that. Just a little bit. Don't overdo. It's easy to overkill here. And then very lightly, we'll just tap all that so it's very soft. See, it makes it look like there's a little bit of happy little sunshine playing through there on this nice cool day. There we go. Okay. Now then, maybe back in here there's some snow. Let's have some fun. We'll go into the titanium white. Use the old fan brush. Touch of phthalo blue into that. Titanium white and phthalo blue. Phthalo blue is a beautiful blue color. It's bright blue. Right up in here. Now then, here's where you begin determining the lay of the land. If you've got little hills and valleys, this is where you do it. Okay, let's go right in here. and touch and make a happy little hill. Right there, that easy, that easy. See there? We got a little hill. And maybe there's another hill lives right here. I've just added a little more white. See? And that easy, you can create all kinds of little hills and valleys. Pay particular attention to the lay of the land, though. Look at that, just hill after hill. Now this is where I'd ski, right down here. I leave this up here for the experts. I fall down a lot. Got 3 left feet. There we go. All right, now we need a tree. Let's make a happy little evergreen here. I'm gonna take some black, some Prussian blue. Prussian blue is very strong. Be careful with it. So we have black Prussian blue. We'll put some Van Dyke brown in there. Shoot, we'll even throw some alizarin crimson in. You're just looking for a very dark color. There. Okay, let me clean off my knife. And I'll just use the old fan brush. Load it full of color. A lot of color. Okay, let's go right up here. Now you got to make some decisions. Where does your trees live? I think there's a tree. There is now. Lives right here. And use just the corner of the fan brush. Work it back and forth. I had a lady in class one time, and she called these Z trees. Maybe that's a good analogy. Just think of making Z's. Well, you're just like Zorro on here. Just look at that. Those trees live right in this brush. All you have to do is sort of scare them out. Shake them a little bit. Like so, back and forth. And you put as many or as few trees in your world as you want. Now, sometimes it's fun to play some games here. I'm going to go to another fan brush and back to that lavender color I had. Back to the lavender color. Okay, let's go right up in here. Maybe there's some trees that live far away. And as things get closer to you in the landscape, they get darker in value. So back here, if you want to make the indication of trees that live way back, just use a lighter color. See, maybe he's got a happy little friend. Lives right there. So you can put as many trees or as few in your world as you want. It's up to you. Just want to show you how to make a tree. And you decide how many trees live in your world. Okay? Maybe let's do it over here too. I want some trees on this side. While we have this lavender looking color going. We'll just drop in the indication of a happy little tree there. And there. There we go. All right. Now we go back to our brush. It has a dark color. And, yep, I'm going to put a tree. Now this old tree, when he was just a little baby, maybe a big deer came by and stepped on him and hurt him a little bit. So he sort of bent. I think personally landscapes look better if all the trees aren't perfectly straight. It's terrible to think that every tree is just a future telephone pole. Put some shape in your trees. Let them bend and just have fun. There we go. There we go. See, right on down. Now this could be done with a 2-inch brush or 1-inch brush works very nicely also. No problem. Okay. Maybe we'll put another happy little tree right there. I like to do these evergreen trees. In my home in Alaska, there was a lot of evergreens. I had one in my front yard that, good gosh, it must have been 60 or 70 feet tall. And the ptarmigan used to set up there. Ptarmigan's a beautiful bird. In the wintertime, he turns white. And he's so pretty. So pretty. I think he's in the grouse family. Beautiful bird. Alaska is the only place I've ever seen him, but I'm sure there are other places. There. Nothing that pretty could be just in one place. There we go. good dark color. We're looking for contrast here. Let's put one right here too. What the heck? What the heck? This will give you a lot of practice making some happy little evergreens. There we are. And down in here, you could care less. You separate these with highlights. We're going to come back and highlight this some. So right now, all we're looking for is color. Just want color on here. That's all. All right. Now then, we need some trunks in there to hold up these little trees. So I'll use some of the dark sienna, a little bit of white. Okay, cut us off a tiny little roll of paint. Let's go back up here. And we'll come right up through here and just touch here and there. You're not going to see the entire trunk. You're just going to see parts of it. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just enjoy. There. And sometimes you can see the indication of little trunks that are hid back in there. Like that. Okay, let's go on the other side over here. We don't want these little trees to be left out. They get upset if you don't give them a trunk too. Don't want his feelings hurt. These are happy little trees. They can take just the point of the knife and scratch in a few little dead limbs. Evergreens always have dead limbs on them. Okay, I'm going to go right into some liquid white because I'm looking for a paint that's a little thinner. Titanium white and a little bit of phthalo blue. Okay, now then, let's put some highlight. Here's your light source. So over here, the left side of the tree is going to be brighter than the right side. Just drop in some highlights, like so. Darker, darker, darker as it goes down. Now this is a thinner paint, so it sticks on top of here without any problem. If your paint won't stick, make it a little bit thinner. And then you'll find it works better. One of our golden rules, if this is your first time with us, is that a thin paint will stick to a thick paint. So we start off with the thickest paint we can find, and then each layer gets thinner. And that's what makes all this work. There's no big secret to it. There we go. Just some indication of a few little highlights here and there. Darker, darker, darker. There it is. And then it gets down in here, more shadows, darker and darker and darker. Okay, wash the old pan brush. Now then, right into some white, a little bit of the blue. And let's start right in here, and we'll put another happy little hill. Allow it to pick up some of this dark color, and that becomes shadows. See there? That easy. And create your shadows all at once. Okay, now maybe there's some little grassy things that grow right in there. There they are. You can just push them in, like so. Okay, now then. Over here, let's go right over on this side. Here's another little plane. See, each one of these little hills you make creates a different plane in your painting and it really helps create the illusion of depth and distance. There we go. And once again, let it pick up some of this dark color and pull it down. Look at that. Follow the lay of the land. That's very important at this time. Very important. Okay, I had a little touch of the liquid white. And that thinner paint, once again, see, I can pull that up and make all kinds of happy little things happen. Here I'm just pushing upward. Give it a little upward pull. Just make all kinds of pretty things. I like these little winter scenes. Now I'm just sort of working back and forth with the blues and the whites. Tell you what, if you've painted with me before, you know I'm a water fanatic. So let's have some water in this. I like water. So I'm just going to tap the brush into a tiny bit of the phthalo blue, a little black. Okay, let's go right back up here. Make a decision. Water lives right here. There it is. There it is. That easy. That easy. Just pull it down. Straight down. Be sure these lines come straight down. And then very lightly go across. And that'll create the illusion of water. That easy. Maybe we'll take it right on off the end of the canvas. There you go. That's just a happy little pond that lives out there. And we'll take a little bit of this dark color. Maybe there's a stone right here. So we'll put the stone on. See, there lives a little stone right there. He's got a little friend named Harold. This is Harold the stone right here. And we'll reflect a little bit of that down in here. Take our 2-inch brush, pull that down, come across. Now then, our fan brush that has the white on it. And as I say, I have several of each brush going here, so I don't have to wash them between each time. Now, let's put a little bit of snow right up on that rock. It's that easy. Like that. Just a little bit there. Now, we'll take some liquid white on the knife, pull it out very flat, cut across it, and we'll just put a little water line, a little bit of snow laying right here. Just like so. There. Isn't that a nice little snow scene? And it's easy, you can do it. A little bit of snow laying right out through there. I think we have a painting that's ready for a signature. I'm going to dip my brush right into a little bit of the liquid clear, bring it to a nice sharp point, and we'll sign it right here. I hope you've enjoyed this painting. It's a lot of fun, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. So from all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy painting. God bless.